Now, it's become part of our everyday language, but it was only 1984 that the term .com first appeared. And now internet domain names are to get the biggest shake-up since then. Until now, web addresses have been limited to just 22 suffixes. That's the letters after the dot, including .net, .org, and .edu, along with 290 country denominations. But with 94 million registered .coms alone, branding can be tough. So from next year, users will be able to stand out on the crowded web by praying for well, just about anything really. Perhaps .cupcake for a pastry shop, for instance, or .monkey for a zoo, or .apple if you fancy a long and hard battle with the computer giant. Now, the new suffix can be any word in any language. It's going to cost, though, $185,000 for the application alone. And all that cash goes to ICANN, or the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers. It'll be used to defend trademarks and aid businesses in developing countries. Well, Larry Magid is a technology journalist based in Los Angeles. He joins us now live. Thank you very much for your time and your patience, sir. Is this really going to be a game changer in your opinion? Are we too used to .net or .com to buy into this new idea, these new domain names?
I think it's going to be not a big game changer, but a small changer. Certainly for the large companies that can afford the $200,000 or nearly $200,000 registration fee. Possibly for cities like Las Vegas is thinking about getting .Vegas as a way of branding. I think it's another brand, but I also think that many of us are accustomed to typing in .com or .org or perhaps .uk if you're in the United Kingdom. And I'm not sure it's going to really have that much of an impact. And the other issue, of course, is that many of us use search engines, and it won't have any impact there.
Sure. So who exactly is going to be buying these new domain names? Can anyone with $185,000 apply for it and get it, or is the process a bit more complicated than that?
Well, you're going to need to show that you have a legitimate right to it. So you pointed out, you and I couldn't get .apple. We could try, but we'd probably get sued. But certainly if you have a legitimate right to that brand, anybody can apply. But that price tag is going to be a major barrier. I think it's going to mostly be large corporations and consortiums, but there could be a .eco for ecology, for environmental groups. We'll have to see how this shakes out.
And tell us more about this ICANN group. Who exactly are they? Who decided that they were going to be the internet minders? Are they a private group? Are they government sponsored? What are they exactly?
Well, good question. It's the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, and it was initially set up by the United States, but it has international status currently. But it's technically a private nonprofit corporation or an NGO, but it's recognized certainly by the U.S. and some other governments, and it seems to de facto have the ability to make major decisions about at least the names of these internet sites.
So they're charging nearly $200,000, as you said, to apply just for the domain name, and that doesn't even guarantee you to get it. What are they doing exactly with all this money?
Right. Well, you mentioned before, there's going to be a lot of costs involved in protecting trademarks. So, for example, I do expect there to be disputes around trademarks, also possibly in the names of famous people. And they're going to have a budget. They're also going to use some of it for their other expenses in the developing world. But by and large, ICANN, like any other organization, has expenses to pay. And this is likely to be a moneymaker because the rest of what they do is very, very small amounts of money, pennies that they get when you register, let's say, a .com domain. So this is an opportunity for them to bring in a large amount of money, although from fewer sites, I think, than .coms.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Larry Magid, technology journalist, joining us there live from Los Angeles. Thank you.